My beloved child. Even now, I see every thought that races through your mind. The doubts that whisper, "Am I enough?" and the quiet fears that question, "Will tomorrow be better?" They are not hidden from me. You wonder if I am near in the silence. Let me reassure you, I have never left your side. Not even for a moment. I know the pain you hide behind your smile, the battles you fight when no one else sees. The world may overlook your tears, but I treasure each one. In your confusion, I am your clarity. In your chaos, I am your peace. Let me steady you. Let me be your anchor when everything else feels uncertain. You were never meant to carry this burden alone. I am your protector, your firm foundation. Come, rest in my presence. Let me hold you. Let me whisper hope into the places where worry tries to take root. You do not have to understand everything. You only need to trust that I am working, even when the path ahead is dim. When your heart grows weary, and the nights feel too long, listen for my voice. I speak life into your valleys. I bring rivers into the desert places of your soul. Every challenge you face carries a hidden gift, a truth meant to strengthen you, not break you. I am your shepherd, and I do not lead my children into places I have not already made a way through. You may feel like you've been wandering, uncertain of the purpose behind the pain. But hear me clearly, you are still in my plan. I see the finish line. I know how all the broken pieces will come together. What looks like delay to you is divine preparation. What seems like silence is me building your strength. Child, I am not disappointed in you. I am not far off, watching from a distance. I am right here, closer than your next breath. I hold your hand through every high and low, and I will never let go. So today, breathe deep. Release the weight you were never meant to carry. I am faithful, and I will finish the good work I began in you. Lift your eyes, your story isn't over. I'm writing a new chapter. One of healing. One of purpose. One of glory. Come rest in me. My precious one. There is no burden you bear that I do not feel. I have seen the battles waged in silence, the nights when your soul trembled with questions you couldn't voice aloud. Even in your stillness, I've heard every unspoken cry. I've walked beside you when you felt abandoned, and I've surrounded you with grace even when you couldn't sense it. You've carried this weight for so long, trying to be strong for everyone else. But now, I want to be your strength. Let me carry what has crushed your spirit. Lay down the fear, the guilt, the weariness that clings to your heart like heavy chains. I never asked you to be perfect. I only ask that you come, just as you are. The world tells you to perform, to strive, to earn worth. But I whisper a different truth, you are already mine. Not because of what you do, but because of who you are, my creation, my child, hand-formed and heaven-claimed. I don't love a future version of you. I love you now, in the middle of your questions, your flaws, your healing. Let today be a turning point. Let it be the moment where shame no longer has a home in your heart. The mistakes of yesterday do not define you. I have not disqualified you. In fact, I specialize in lifting the broken, in restoring what others said was beyond repair. I know the voices that haunt your thoughts, the ones that tell you you're not enough, that you've missed your chance, that it's too late. But I speak louder than all of them, you are still chosen. Still called. Still held within the embrace of my plan. Come walk with me. Not just when life unravels, but every day. In the mundane, the messy, and the miraculous, I want to be your guide. I want to be the stillness in your storm, the clarity in your confusion, the warmth that wraps around your weary spirit. Even when you feel unseen by others, know this, I see you completely. Not one effort has gone unnoticed. Not one act of love, no matter how small, has escaped my attention. I've watched you keep going when it would have been easier to quit. I've seen your heart break and still choose to believe. That is courage, and I honor it. Let me renew your mind with peace that surpasses understanding. Let me exchange your anxious thoughts for confidence rooted in truth. Let me be your constant in a world that changes too fast. You're not too far gone. You're not too late. You're exactly where you need to be, for this is where I meet you, lift you, and lead you. Take my hand again. We're just getting started. Beloved. The road ahead may feel uncertain, but I want you to take comfort in this truth: you are not walking it alone. With every step you take, I am already there, preparing the way before you. My presence doesn't wait for perfection, it meets you in the process. It surrounds you in the climb and whispers encouragement even when your path feels steep. You wonder if you're still on the right track. You question if you missed a turn or took too long to obey. But hear me, you are still within my plan. My timing isn't like the world's. I'm not measuring your worth by how fast you move or how flawless your steps are. I'm looking at your heart, your desire to follow me, even when the path is unclear. I see how tired you've become waiting for answers, how long you've stood at doors that refuse to open. But I'm asking you now to release your grip on the timeline you've created and lean into mine. My delays are not denials. What feels like silence is often sacred preparation. What you see as a detour, I've already woven into the greater tapestry of your destiny. You don't have to understand everything to keep walking. What I ask of you is this: stay close. Don't let fear pull you from my side. When the noise around you grows loud, let my voice rise even louder in your heart. My whispers carry power, my stillness is filled with presence, and in my nearness, you will always find rest. Every morning you rise, I am there. Every night you lay your head down, I remain. Not just as a silent observer, but as a faithful companion, one who rejoices over you, who fights unseen battles on your behalf, who delights in spending time with you. I'm not a distant deity, I am a present Father, intimately aware of your every breath. Do not let the opinions of others become louder than my promises. Do not let their applause, or their criticism, define your worth. Your identity was never rooted in their approval. It was sealed in me before the foundations of the world were formed. You are marked by eternity, beloved. No earthly measure can diminish that. So pause today. Breathe deeply. Let go of the hurry. You don't need to strive to be loved, to belong, or to be seen. You already are. You are my beloved, chosen and cherished. I am not asking you to walk in confidence in yourself, but in confidence in me, the one who cannot fail. You may not see the full picture, but I do. Every step forward, no matter how small, matters. And as you take each one with me, I will lead you into places of peace, provision, and purpose you could never imagine on your own. This journey is sacred, and we're walking it together, every moment, every mile. Child of my heart. In the noise of the world, in the rush of expectations and the ache of waiting, I am your stillness. Come sit with me, just for a while. Let your soul quiet down enough to feel my presence settle in like morning light after a long night. You don't need to bring anything but yourself. Not accomplishments. Not polished prayers. Just come as you are. There's a tenderness in my love that no storm can shatter. I want to be more than your rescue in the chaos, I want to be your rhythm, your refuge in the ordinary. When the day is heavy and your hands feel too tired to keep reaching, reach for me. I'll carry what you can't. You have been so strong for so long, thinking that strength meant never stumbling. But I see the tears you try to hide and the doubts that linger in your silence. Let me remind you, weakness does not disqualify you. It draws me near. You don't need to hold everything together. That's my role, to be the one who sustains, who secures, who surrounds. This world may ask you to prove your worth, to earn your place. But I don't measure you by performance, I measure you by my promise. And my promise is this: you are mine. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are deeply known and forever embraced. When you feel overlooked by people, when your kindness is unnoticed or your dreams misunderstood, remember that I see every hidden act of love. Every time you've chosen grace instead of anger, mercy instead of judgment, it mattered. It matters to me. You were not created to chase approval that changes with the wind. You were formed to reflect my image, to live with purpose, clothed in dignity and strength that flows from my spirit. You don't have to search the horizon for signs of my goodness. You're living in it now. Every breath you take is proof that I'm not finished with your story. Let me heal what's been wounded by words and silence alike. The places in your heart that ache for connection, for rest, for release, those are the places I long to touch. Let me pour peace like oil into those cracks. Let me rewrite the narrative the world gave you with the truth of who you really are, redeemed, treasured, and called. Your past cannot cancel my promises. Your fears cannot stand against my faithfulness. The things you've lost are not greater than the things I will restore. I rebuild ruins. I resurrect what seemed dead. I redeem what was broken into something beautiful. Stay close. Let your days begin and end in my nearness. These moments with me aren't wasted, they are shaping you, healing you, preparing you for the blessings ahead. Even now, I am breathing new life into your journey. The dry places will bloom again. The heaviness will lift. The future is unfolding, step by step. And I'll be right here, every step of the way. My chosen one. You've been still, and that was holy. You've been quiet, and I've spoken into that silence. Now, I want to awaken something inside of you, a holy boldness, a sacred courage. I want you to rise into what I've lovingly prepared, not with fear, but with the steady confidence that comes from walking with me. You've asked me if you're ready, if you're capable, if you're enough. And I'm answering, you are, because I am with you. The days of hiding behind old disappointments, or shrinking from the weight of what others once said, are over. I'm calling you forward, not because you have it all figured out, but because I've gone before you. The time of waiting wasn't wasted. I've used every delay, every closed door, every season that felt like winter to prepare you. Like seeds under soil, so much has been growing unseen, faith, resilience, trust. And now, it's beginning to break through the surface. Don't look back in regret. Look ahead with expectation. The dreams you set aside, the ones you buried because they felt too heavy to carry alone, I haven't forgotten them. I placed them in you for a reason. They were never meant to die. They were meant to develop in the dark, to mature in hidden places, and to bloom when the time is right. And beloved, the time is drawing near. I know stepping out again feels risky. I know you've been hurt before. You've tried and watched things fall apart. But my voice is steady through the tremble of your fears, this time will be different. Not because the road is easier, but because you're no longer walking in your own strength. You're walking in grace. Keep your eyes on me, not on the opinions of others, not on the obstacles ahead. I am your guide. I won't let your foot slip. My spirit will whisper clarity when your thoughts feel clouded. When discouragement knocks, my truth will be your shield. You are not who you were before. The refining process has changed you. What used to shake you no longer has the same grip. You're stronger than you think, not because you've never been broken, but because you let me hold the pieces. And I've turned those shattered parts into something even more beautiful. Now, walk boldly. Do the thing I've placed in your heart. Speak with kindness, act with courage, lead with humility. Don't underestimate how powerfully I can move through one willing soul. You don't need a platform to be impactful. You need obedience. I can do more with your yes than you can imagine. Let me take care of the outcomes. You just keep showing up with open hands and a surrendered heart. This new chapter won't be written in fear, it will be a testimony of faith. One step at a time, we will move forward together. The wind of my spirit is behind you. My word is your foundation. And my promises? Still yes and amen. You're not just stepping forward, you're stepping into purpose. Dearest child. Now that you've risen with renewed strength and clearer vision, I want you to carry this truth deep within your spirit: your story is far from over. You are stepping into a divine unfolding, a path designed with eternal care. And what I've begun in you, I will complete with excellence. The pages ahead are not blank by accident. They are being written by my hand, each line filled with mercy, strength, and unexpected beauty. What once felt like an ending was only a transition. This is not a final chapter. It's a fresh beginning, drenched in purpose. You may still face uncertainty. Life won't always offer clarity. But I am the constant in every season. You don't need to see every detail to move forward. You only need to trust the one who authors your days. I see how your heart desires to do what's right, to walk in a way that honors me. I see how you try to hold on to hope even when storms whisper otherwise. That hope is not in vain. I placed it there. It's a flame I've kept burning, and I will use it to light the way ahead. Stay rooted in my word. Not as a routine, but as a lifeline. Let it nourish you when life feels dry, anchor you when trials press in, and uplift you when you grow tired. My truth is not shifting sand. It is a rock beneath your feet, a promise that will not break. You were never meant to navigate life alone. That's why I promised my spirit to be your constant companion. My guidance isn't for just one day, it's for every moment. When you speak to me, I listen. When you invite me into your decisions, I respond. I am not passive in your life. I am active, working all things together for your good. Remember, my love does not fluctuate. It does not decrease when you stumble or disappear when you question. I am not watching you from afar, I am carrying you through every valley, dancing with you in every joy. Even now, my presence is resting over you like a gentle covering of peace. Let go of the pressure to have everything figured out. You don't need to pretend, to perform, or to earn a place at my table. You belong here already. You are seated with me in grace, surrounded by goodness, invited daily into communion with the one who knows you completely, and loves you endlessly. Let your days begin in stillness with me. Let your nights end with gratitude. In between, walk in quiet trust, knowing that I am guiding your every step, even the ones that feel uncertain. I never ask you to sprint ahead. I only ask you to walk with me. And as you do, you'll find joy that doesn't depend on circumstances. You'll experience peace that isn't shaken by storms. You'll discover that the life you once dreamed of was only a shadow of what I have in store. So breathe deeply, beloved. Keep your eyes lifted. The road before you is radiant with promise. You are mine, and I am forever with you.